Is 10 Downing Street set to witness yet another round of musical chairs? Will UK get its fifth Prime Minister in a span of 4 years? Now, this scenario is increasingly gaining traction, and this after Labour's Andy Burnham swept the Makerfield parliamentary by-poll in the UK. This by-election took place and his aide George Simon stepped down last month to enable Burnham to challenge UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer's leadership. The scale of Burnham's victory, who re-entered Parliament after a gap of 9 years, has also become a talking point. While his predecessor won by over 5,300 votes, Burnham trounced Reform UK's Robert Kenyon by a margin of 9,231 votes. As compared to 2024, Labour's vote share increased by over 9%. However, only 2.2% of the electorate reposed trust in the Conservative Party. Now, as far as Reform UK is concerned, it marginally improved its vote share. Burnham dropped a clear hint about his future plans in his victory speech. Terming this win as Labour's final chance to change, he called upon his party to read the people's mood on the ground. Listen to this.
There will be no second chance, but it is a chance now, from this result tonight, to build a new politics based on unity and hope, turning away from the path that takes us to a divided, dark politics of the kind we see in the United States. We must now take this path and put this country back on the right path.
Now, let's try and understand why is Burnham's win so significant. The 56-year-old joined the Labour Party as a teenager. In 2001, he first entered the Parliament from Lee and retained his seat in 2005, 2010 and 2015. While he served as a junior minister from 2005 to 2007, he was promoted as the Secretary for Culture, Media and Sport in 2008 when Gordon Brown was the Prime Minister. A year later, he took charge as UK's Health Minister. However, his career took another turn as he was elected as the Mayor for Greater Manchester in 2017. During his 9-year tenure as the Mayor, he is perceived to have spearheaded development of Greater Manchester, improved its public transport system and addressed the homelessness issue. For championing the cause of his home region, he has been nicknamed King of the North, a Game of Thrones-inspired title, and in a bid to stand out, Burnham projects himself as an amiable politician, preferring a T-shirt and this to a suit and a tie in a bid to reassure people ahead of his prospective leadership challenge. Burnham gave top advisory roles to 3 top economists even before winning the by-poll. And this included ex-Bank of England chief Andy Haldane and former Treasury Minister Jim O'Neill. This assumes significance amid Britain's rising fiscal challenges under Starmer. For instance, the UK government's difference between expenditure and income from taxes was $30.7 billion in May. This was the highest recorded figure in the last 6 years. So what awaits UK in the next few days and weeks? In the first scenario, Burnham may try to convince Starmer to step down, and if this doesn't materialize, he can become a challenger by bagging support of 20% of members of UK's House of Commons, which amounts to 81 MPs. Apart from this, he should also be backed by 5% of Labour Party branches or affiliated trade unions. In this election, both party members as well as affiliated trade union supporters are able to vote. It is worth noting that Burnham ran twice for Labour Party's leadership in 2010 and 2015, but he lost on both occasions. Now, we know that Starmer has been under pressure to quit since the Epstein files fallout, and this came after emails released by US Department of Justice, which put the spotlight on the deep association between Britain's ex-envoy to US, Peter Mandelson, and convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. His woes worsened in May after Labour suffered heavy losses in local body polls, with the party losing more than 1,000 municipal seats. Even as his government has been rocked by a series of resignations by top ministers such as Wes Streeting and John Healey, Starmer has ruled out the possibility of resigning. In fact, he vowed to fight it out if Burnham mounts a leadership challenge.
If there is a contest, just to be clear with you, then yes, I will run, I will stand, and I've said repeatedly I'm not going to walk away from that.
However, the public mood is increasingly in favour of his ouster, as per a latest Ipsos poll which surveyed 1,142 adults across UK. Over half of the respondents called upon Starmer to resign immediately. On the other hand, Andy Burnham emerged as the most popular contender to replace Starmer. Indicating dissatisfaction with the government, 23 people demanded a new general election to be held.
I think Andy Burnham would like to be the man to replace him. Whether he's everyone's cup of tea, I don't know, but I think there's a strong possibility, yes.
Meanwhile, Starmer has downplayed any immediate leadership challenge and even hinted at offering Burnham a key cabinet portfolio. However, with the growing demand within the party for his resignation, it is clear that the UK Prime Minister faces a fierce test ahead.